Everyone, it's Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes, and welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you have chosen to join me today. I am here with my Crack the Vault 2025 collaboration for the month of September, and I'm really happy to share with you all. This Crack the Vault collaboration is hosted by Poetspice here on the YT. Make sure that you all check out everyone that's in the description box, because I will have their names and channels listed down below so that way you can see their wonderful creativity. Today I'm calling this project Crafty Bag. So my crafty bag consists of a few items that I have pulled out the vault here in my craft space, and I wanted to show what I have created with you all today. So one of the first things that I used was this item right here, and this happens to be a stamp set. I brought this back out from the vault. I have not used this in a long time. This happens to be a hero art stamp set that has a lot of different crafty phrases on it. For example, live, love, craft, craft like a boss, eat, sleep, craft, repeat, just to name a few. Really cute set, so I love this. This is one that I really like to use. And then I pulled out something new that I was really excited that I wanted to try. This is one item that I purchased from scrapbook.com a long time ago, and I'm just now getting around to using it. That's the reason why I'm so excited about this collaboration. This die set happens to be the Crafty Fun Collection by Signature Collection by Sarah Davies. This is called Craft Caddy, and this craft bag here is the actual size of what you see on the front here. It has a few different elements and pieces that you can use. The size is 4.6 by 2.7 inches, and this is a cute die set. It has 13 pieces in all, and this is what it looks like on the back to kind of give you a general idea and a closer look at all the pieces that you have. But I love dies that's like this because you can make it your own. Really nice set. So let me show you some of the tools that I used today as well. And so some of the tools that I used, I did pull out some of my Aunt Lydia's crochet thread. This happens to be the silver one here, and this one has some beautiful iridescent look to it. And I also put out my gold one here. So these are some of the thread pieces that I use for my crafty project today. You can pick this up from pretty much any craft store. It comes in a variety of colors. I also use my diamond dots, which is one of my favorite diamond dots collections, which is happen to be shade 5011, and this is one of my absolute go-to all the time when I use my diamond dots, because it gives you that same beautiful awesome sparkle. And then I also put out one of my favorite craft glues, which is the Precision Craft Glue by Barely Art. And I use some of my washi tape to hold down some of my die cut pieces. That's a good tip for you, especially for you new crafters who are getting into crafting now. Make sure you tape your dies down so you don't lose them inside of your die cutting machine, because it picks right on up. I also pulled out my pick me up tool. I used this today. I also use this tool right here, which is one of my daughter needed tools. And then I use my cutter. I use this, and I'm gonna show you why I use that. So now up for my project. I'm really excited to share my finished creation with you guys. And another tip for you, is always good to have a metal tray on hand too. This right here allows you to be able to keep those dies in place so you don't lose all the small pieces when you have a set like this. So I went ahead and I decided to make 2 of the craft caddies today. Now you can do a lot with this craft caddy die, which is really cool, and you can see the actual sizes here. So this is my final creation here. This is one of them that I made, and the good thing about it, I was able to use all my scraps to create this beautiful craft caddy. I decided to go with different hues of pink. Pink is one of my favorite colors, which is the color fuchsia. That's really like a bright hot pink. And I decided to play around with that, and then I thought silver would be a nice element for the different outlines for the handles, as well as some of the pocket areas here. But with this bag here, this was the first attempt when I made this one, and I did add some diamond dots to the little tag here on the little flower, and then I attached that, you know, using that thread, a crochet thread there. And then I cut out the I love craft The only thing I would say, I would love for this to have a little bit more space in between it, and it's fun when you do more than one, so that way you can go back and critique and look and see what you could do better. You will notice I've added some crayons in here as well. These happen to be buttons. And another tip, you can also use a stamp set that has crafty items on it that you can cut out and add to your little pockets. Each little pocket does have space for you to be able to add little elements. This right here would have had space too, but this is where I made my mishap. Now you can keep it always sealed, but what I did was, you do not want to glue this area down if you're looking to leave this space right here open. So what I did is I also glued the back down here as well. So when I did that, I sealed the opening for the main piece. But if that's the look you're going for, that's okay. In this case, this will be fine because I'm actually going to use it as a little prop. And you also can, some other ideas that you can use this for is a beautiful card. You can place it on a card. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the other one as well, so you can see what I'm going to share with you on this. So my other creation for my craft caddy happens to be this one. Take a look at this one. This one I went with blues, a few little green hues, as well as gold. I really love the way this looked, and I was able to use scraps again. Keep those scraps. It's so important to definitely have those on hand, because you never know when you're going to have a small project that you don't want to waste a whole sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper on. And then you will notice I cut out a gold tag for this one and added a white star. I've also added some pencils in here and some shades. And then I put a little note, and then you can see the opening, like what I mentioned about the pink bag. I sealed this one, but this one right here, I actually have a note, and it's big enough for you to be able to put a business card or a gift card inside. And in my little note, it says, "Eat, sleep, craft, repeat." Isn't that adorable? I just love the way this turned out, and I do plan on making more of these. It's just a perfect little gift. And so what's really awesome about this is the possibilities are endless on what you can create. And so you can just slide it right back on in, and it tucks really nicely. But what I did differently on this one, as you see, I did not glue the handles completely to the back. So make sure you are paying attention to that, as well as when you glue the second set of handles, make sure that you just glue it to this upper top part and not adhere it to the back of the craft caddy bag here. So you want to leave that open. As you see, just a little bit of glue in this area, but do not seal this bottom piece to here if you plan on keeping this piece right here open. And feel free to cut another piece to enclose that as well, but just be careful of those openings if you choose to insert any different type of item, like a note card or a gift card, or even a monetary gift, like cash or something like that. Another tip for you too, I noticed when I made these pockets, with this first one here, I did not take the little covering for the top of the pocket, which is the silver piece. That's a separate piece. Let me show you what that looks like. That's this little pocket right here. And as you notice, you have some score lines right here. So this little pocket, I'll take this one off. This is the top of the pocket here, and then this is the main pocket. You have some score lines right here as well. This is what the pocket's going to look like. What you want to do is keep this open straight like it is. Do not fold this part in at the bottom. You want to fold the sides in like this. It's really, really small. You can see it up close and personal, but you want to fold just the ends like I did. So I open that flap again. You want to fold that side, and then you want to fold this side right here, and do this a little bit better here. There we go. And so this pocket at the top right here is an area for you going to add this piece here. But as you notice, it has some scoring lines on the side. You want to fold those in and go ahead and adhere that piece when you cut it out, which will be considered the silver or the gold flap for the top. And you want to take that before you glue your pockets down on your actual finished project, and you want to fold those in on the side, and then you want to glue it down. So you want to put the glue right here, a little bit down here for the bottom to close the pocket, and a little bit of glue right here. And so do not put glue in this area, because if you seal your pocket, you won't be able to put anything in it. And so that's the tip for you there. And then what's going to happen is when you add that, your pocket's pretty much going to look like this, and then you'll have that pocket part on top, and then you'll adhere it to your project. That way it'll fold underneath like it needs to and tuck perfectly. And so that's just a little tip to keep your pockets open. And I did do that for the other one here, but like I said, I went ahead and ended up gluing the top of this piece on there. But it's good to have trial and error, that way you know for next time. But so many things can be done and so many different patterns can be created using this beautiful die set. This happens to be my Craft Caddy project today, and I'm so excited to share with you all. Let me know in the comments which Craft Caddy bag is your favorite. This was a lot of fun. But also, before I go, I did want to show you what those buttons look like and what I used. So these are some of the different pieces that I use. So in this one, I have pencils and I have a pair of shades. And this is what the shades look like here. And this is what the pencils look like. These happen to be buttons that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. These are the buttons. I mean, these are buttons, but these are pencils here. Look how adorable and how small they are. It's perfect for this craft bag here. On the back, you will notice there are notches. So what I did with those notches on the back there, and these are the crayons here for this one. So I use crayons and I use pencils. And so they have little notches on the back. So what you want to do is you want to use a cutting tool. This happens to be the cutting tool that I use. This is one of my jewelry cutting tools, and all I did was pretty much pop that right on off, and as it come off, it lays flat. So that's another tip for you if you're working on a project and you want something to stick in your pocket, if you choose not to fussy cut and stamp and all that good stuff there for your projects, to add a little bit of design and elements to your finished look. So I'm really happy again with how this turned out. This was a lot of fun, but I hope you guys adopt some of those tips and have fun crafting. But again, this was so much fun. 2 crayons in this one, 3 pencils and a pair of shades in that one with a cute little note. And I'm telling you, this was a lot of greatness here. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to me. Also give me a thumbs up and check out my Instagram page, which is Memory Lane Keepsakes 2017. Be blessed as always, and I'll be back in October to show my next Crack the Vault project with you all. You can check me out on the 3rd Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I look forward to seeing you guys and what you think about the project. Have a good one. Bye bye.